Why play XERATH support? Well, he has insane range. He's very hard to counter in lane, he deals unacceptable amounts of damage, and his combos are incredibly fast and easy. However, he is immobile and incredibly squishy if caught out, and he is fully reliant on skill shots so can struggle against high mobility. XERATH's passive is periodically his next basic attack restores mana, and if used against an enemy champion the mana is doubled. XERATH's Q causes him to slow himself while charging up a skill shot. While charging, the range of this ability is increased. Upon use, it throws out a straight line skill shot which deals damage to all enemies hit. XERATH's W places a circle on the floor which, after a short delay, deals damage to enemies in the area and slows them. This ability also has a smaller circle within the middle, and enemies hit by this take increased damage and are slowed even more. XERATH's E is a straight line skill shot which deals damage to and stuns the first enemy hit, and the duration of the stun is increased the longer the orb travelled before hitting its target. XERATH's ultimate causes him to channel the ability where the screen zooms out and XERATH is rooted to the floor. XERATH can then press R again to start shooting out these circular skill shots which grant sight of the area and deal damage to enemies hit. Hitting at least one enemy champion with this ability grants you increased damage on the next ones, and this can be stacked multiple times during the channel. At the first level ability, XERATH can shoot 4 of these, and then 5 and then 6 as the ability is leveled up. For combos, your main poke in lane is going to be landing W and then when they're slowed throwing out your Q, and your large burst combo is to start with E into W and Q before using ult and spamming away. For matchups, XERATH is great into a lot of enchanter or bully support as he simply outranges them all, and he can struggle against champions who can close the gap easier and get onto him. For runes, take this. First strike is great extra damage and money. For build order, start World Atlas and Pots into a Luden's Companion and tier 2 boots and then upgrade your support item to a ZWAG'S. After this, a Storm Surge and Shadow Flame are great pickups before finishing your build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start W then Q then E before maxing Q then W then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Exhaust, but things like Heal and Barrier work well too. Starting the game, you're looking to poke where you can and make life incredibly difficult for your opponents. When they stand still for that brief moment when attacking a minion, throw a W at them, and then while they're slowed by the W, throw out a Q. And because you have such long range, it's just impossible to trade back against you. However, your abilities won't hurt too much until levels 4 and 5 when you start getting a few points into your Q, and this is even better at levels 7 and 9 when you get more points into your Q again. While in lane, you always want to look for opportunities to land your E, as this allows your full combo and easy follow-up from your carry. However, do be aware that when your E is on cooldown, you are vulnerable, so play safe until it's back up. All this time, as your W and Q do hit through minions, just keep legging stuff towards your opponent. And when you hit level 6, you now have access to an insane amount more damage. So if you can land your full combo or simply just need the extra damage, look for the kills. Entering the mid game, take your bot tower as soon as possible, then head mid with your carry. This will allow you to siege the mid tower as well as get into fights by using your ultimate, having massive control of the map. Entering late game team fights, play as the backline mage. Before the fight starts, throw out tons of poke, and then as the fight goes on, just keep protecting yourself, throwing out as much damage as you can. And when you're safe to do so, use your ultimate for additional damage or to kill fleeing targets.